feels like the Niners are well positioned to make a trade. If you had to put your money on which position group they would likely trade for, which one would it be? Vish, you want to start off?
Yeah, I think they'll ultimately make a trade to acquire a corner. I don't know that it'll be the kind of corner that people are asking for. Like, I think people are hoping that there
Not
will be
Patrick
like a Pat
Surtain.
Surtain trade. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think they'll trade for one. Yeah.
I also, just reflecting on that rumor, don't think that they will, because I think the capital they would have to give up would be like they're just now getting a first round pick, and eventually they're going to need to draft a lineman, and I think that they would want to do that this next season coming in. I don't think they're going to want to give up a first and however many else, but I agree. There, or potentially like a D lineman, maybe potentially more backups going on there.
For sure.
But
They've definitely traded for them in the past. So yeah, I mean
yeah,
Jordan
that
Willis
seems
mid-season,
consistent. Seems
Charles
consistent.
Omenihu.
Seems consistent. But yeah, I think it'll. I could even see, knock on so much wood. I could even see like a running back, like a more low level running back, if because Elijah Mitchell was the one that I was forgetting with the injuries just now, is out still. And they've just been putting such a workload on Christian McCaffrey, and which I totally understand, because he's like, when you have him in the game and then you have a different one of the running backs in the game, you see how much more explosive it is. So I do understand his workload, but either depending on injury or depending on if Kyle, maybe I was hypothesizing, I'd love to know your opinion, that potentially Kyle hasn't gone to Jordan. It's actually probably just because he loves Christian McCaffrey. But if it wasn't that, I was hypothesizing that it could be Jordan Mason really struggled with ball security this offseason. And I don't know what's going on with Ty Davis Price. I don't really understand. He hasn't even been dressed for the last couple games?
Yeah,
Right?
but I think it's just because they have a pecking order, but specifically with Mason and Davis Price, I think it's just a lack of trust with pass protection assignments, and then in the pass game specifically. Mason did have the nice catch against Arizona, so that was nice to see. But
Yeah.
specifically, I think that they don't trust either of those two guys in those two situations. I mean, when you look at both of them in the preseason, for example, they both had a couple of protection busts, definitely. I mean, Davis Price had the worst one, which was in Brock Purdy's first drive against the Broncos. They had a low play action. He goes low to cut. I don't know why he's cutting, and he's cutting from like 2 yards away, and he puts his face in the dirt and he eats dirt. So I think that's the biggest reason. I think specifically Mitchell, they obviously trust, but I think that the fact
Injuries
that he
are,
keeps getting hurt, does.
yeah, more of an issue for him. I definitely agree that it would be like corner, defensive lineman would be like the first. My hypothesis was just like, if there really is that lack of trust within the other running backs behind Christian McCaffrey, and if injury or maybe like injury prevention is on Kyle's mind, that I just feel like D linemen and running backs, you can never like underestimate the the want for Kyle to go get them. So that could definitely be one of those. Okay, we actually have another